जय गौरभक्तवृन्द हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे सकलपत्रिभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नन्दकोटि वैष्णववृन्द की जय. So yesterday we saw that a bona fide spiritual master should not just take advantage of any material conveniences that the disciples may be giving. They should not be addicted to such material enjoyments and comforts. Otherwise, the growth of the devotional plant will be impeded. And the same thing applies to all of us. We should not also get attached to material comforts, to more and more material desires and material needs, wants. We should not get carried away with such things. Uh, we should clearly understand what is required for to to maintain ourselves. We should take the best first class food items, organic fruits, organic vegetables, organic oils that we may have to use. So for our health, why? Because we are, this body is not for our sense gratification, it is for the service of Krishna. So we should use the best things that are there, because when we are cooking for Krishna. We are cooking, we are offering everything to Krishna. So we should not offer third class items. We should always give the best things that are there. And at the same time, we should also accept Krishna Prasad of the topmost quality, so that we can maintain our health nicely. And if required, we should do exercises, because that will keep our body. This body is like a instrument, is like the vehicle. This vehicle is used by us to serve Guru and Krishna, to reach Guru and Krishna. So whatever is required, necessity, we should definitely do all those things, but not unnecessarily increase our material demands and material things and get entangled in them. Then we will not be able to progress in spiritual life. Other impediments are to desire liberation or material name and fame by discharging devotional service. So sometimes when we are discharging devotional service, if people are glorifying us, we start feeling, oh yes, yes, very true. Actually, sometimes the donkeys, when uh, the donkeys, they think that um, they think that they have a high value, and then they start feeling that, oh, these others, they don't understand my value. So what happens is, suddenly many donkeys will gather together and they start braying. They'll start calling their the way the donkeys call out. So so what happens, actually, that is considered inauspicious for the, if somebody, if for a human, if when a person is trying to do some work or starting something, and or just even like that also, if we hear the braying of donkeys together, actually it is inauspicious. But the donkey thinks itself to be of a very valuable, that I have a very high value, and actually these others, they don't understand my value. So donkey's thought process is like that. So we should not become like that. We should know that actually Krishna is the doer, and whatever has been given to me is actually causeless mercy of Krishna. If I'm able to speak Krishna Katha, that is mercy of my Guru and Krishna. If I'm able to sing a bit, then that is mercy of Guru Krishna. Why? Who is giving me the voice? Guru and Krishna. If I'm good in studies, we should understand that is mercy of Guru and Krishna. We should not think that I'm so intelligent, even if I don't study, if I just glance through the books, I will get very good grades. Then Guru and Krishna will take away that mercy. So we should be very careful. Whatever seva is given to us, whatever talent, whatever qualities, skill set, anything that is given to us should be properly used, and definitely should be utilized for the service of Krishna, for the service of Guru and Krishna. These prohibitions are mentioned in the, oh sorry, so to desire liberation or material name and fame by discharging devotional service, or to neglect the prohibitions. These prohibitions are mentioned in the authorized scriptures. One should not indulge in illicit sex or any illicit relationships, intoxication, gambling, or eating meat, eggs, fish, all these are included in this eating meat. Meat doesn't mean that, oh, somebody thinks, okay, we'll not eat meat. Fish is okay, eggs are okay. No, these are all considered to be all uh, comes under meat eating or non-vegetarian food items because they are not accepted by Krishna. Because that when we kill an animal, any bird, then we are committing or we are not doing compassion. So we are foregoing that quality, and that is not pleasing to Krishna. Indeed, one should not eat anything other than Krishna Prasadam. So somebody may think, okay, fine, we are vegetarians, no problem. But no, here it is very clearly mentioned. Mahaprabhu is very clearly mentioning that one should not eat anything other than Krishna Prasadam, because anything that is not offered to Krishna is actually sin. They are verily eating only sin, and with sin, they will have to bear the fruits of their sinful activities. And what is Krishna Prasadam? The food that is offered with love and devotion. Krishna doesn't want our food. He has everything. In fact, whatever food we are getting is given by Krishna to us. It is just that out of love and devotion, what can we offer to Krishna? Nothing. He doesn't care about anything. But when there is love and devotion, Krishna is sold out to such a devotee. A devotee who loves Krishna, who has devotion in their heart, Krishna sells himself to such a person. And then Krishna becomes the devotee servant. We have seen, he has become the servant of Arjun, and he has become the chariot driver. So that is our God, that is our Krishna. Such is our God, our Supreme Lord. These are the restrictions for one who is attempting to advance in devotional service. So anybody who is not interested in advancing in devotional service, for them it is different. But if somebody is really desires to advance in devotional service, then these are very important. If one does not follow these principles strictly, there will be a severe disturbance in the discharge of devotional service. If one is not particularly careful by watering the plant of devotional service, one will instead nourish the weeds described above. These are the weeds. Any kind of name, fame, pratishtha, labh, puja, that somebody will worship me, somebody will offer the respectful obeisances to me. And tomorrow, if they don't offer, then something is happening in my heart. Then my mind, is getting disturbed. Why is this person all these days he was offering his dandavat, now today he's not saying dandavat pranam? Oh, now he's thinking that he has become very senior. Actually, that person may have surely become senior or not, doesn't matter, but we have definitely gone down the drain. Our Krishna consciousness is going down the drain because we have started thinking that now I have become a Vaishnav, I have become a senior devotee. Otherwise, why should we think that somebody should offer me respect? Somebody insulting me, we should understand this is my own past karma. I must have insulted and spoken something. I just muted everyone because otherwise there are disturbances. So we should understand that I must have insulted somebody in my past life or this life. Because when we do some wrong to others, some wrong unto others, we forget. We tend to forget. We only remember when somebody else does something bad with us. But when we do something wrong, our we it is quite natural that we forget. So either in this life or in past some millions of births that we have taken, and some of the past lives or in many of the past lives, we may have committed such we have hurt somebody, we have insulted somebody, and that is why very mercifully Krishna is giving that back to us, so that we don't, so that whatever we unjust act or ways that we have done unto others, we are with a little amount of that, our purification is done. So we should understand that if somebody is disrespectful to us, If somebody is insulting us or speaking bad about us, we have not done something. We should understand that this is Krishna's mercy upon us. He's purifying us. He's giving back the karma, maybe just a pinch of it that we should have actually received. So we should not nourish the weeds by doing devotional activities or so-called devotional activities. And otherwise, what will happen? They will grow very luxuriantly and hamper one's progress. The idea is that when one waters a garden, not only does the desired plant grow rapidly, but the unwanted plants also grow. If the gardener does not see these weeds and cut them down at the right time, they will overcome and choke the plant of devotion. Because what happens, these weeds that are growing around, they very quickly they absorb all the nutrients from the soil, and therefore the main plant starts drying up because they don't receive the required nutrients from the soil. So same way, if we don't cut out these weeds at the right time, then what will happen? This, it will absorb, it will dry out our plant of devotion, and our plant of devotion will become choked and dried out. It is thus the duty of the neophyte devotee. Neophyte means somebody who is very new, who has just, so we are all neophyte devotees. We are very new in Krishna consciousness. So this is applicable to each one of us. It is thus, all of you uh, are probably very advanced, but this is definitely applicable to me. And it is good to keep this in mind for each one of us individually. It is thus the duty of the neophyte devotee to cut down all the weeds that may grow by the watering process of devotional service. If one is careful to guard against the growth of these weeds, the plant of devotion will grow luxuriantly and reach the ultimate goal, that is Golok Vrindavan. When the living entity engaged in devotional service relishes the fruit of love of Godhead, he forgets all religious rituals aimed at improving his economic condition. So mostly people do all these religious rituals and puja and havan and all this with a motive, with a desire to gains, this material gains, with a, so that their economic condition improves. We see that, in the, in every shop they have this small altar. They will, every morning they will start with a puja and then they open their shops. Why they are not doing puja? Because there's a lot of love and devotion in their heart. They are doing that, okay, hey Lakshmi, hey Ganesh ji, now please make sure that I make good profit today. Take care of my business so that no harm, किसी की बुरी नजर ना लगे. So all these things. So what is ultimately this? This just ultimately further, for the sense gratification, for to improve their material condition. That's it. So, but when somebody starts relishing the fruit, this plant has grown and now the fruits of love of Godhead has started, coming. So when the devotee starts relishing, eating the fruits of this plant of love of Godhead, then he forgets all these religious rituals which were aimed at improving the economic condition. Now the devotee is not concerned with all this. Whatever you give me, Krishna, or whatever you take away, whatever you wish to do, I am relishing the fruit. I am always blissful. So it doesn't matter what you give and what you take away. He no longer desires to satisfy his senses, that is my own senses. Then I will not be anymore attached to satisfying my senses. Oh, I don't like this, I don't like this situation, Krishna, please, improve my situation, then I can do some bhakti, no. So that is not how a devotee thinks. Whatever is the situation, bhakti is about the heart. If I have to do, I will do. That is bhakti. I'm not doing it because of some, but of course, for a neophyte devotee, we are all beginners, and therefore we should stay under the guidance of our mentors, and we should do what is being said. But this is for a devotee who has already become a devotee, and he no longer desires to become one with the Supreme Lord by merging into his effulgence, like the Mayavadis. So, Krishna willing, we'll again continue reading tomorrow. Thank you very much for your wonderful association. Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.
हरी हरी बोल।
हरि हरि बोल, श्यामा करुणा